Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Moving right along, it is time for our fourth bout on the card, and it is still under mixed martial arts rules. And it is set for 3 3-minute rounds in the Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the short line, Buick and GMC red corner. Please welcome Alonzo Adams.
How about Alonzo the Grizzly Adams?
Yes, indeed.
Did you used to watch Grizzly Adams? I did.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite shows
Absolutely.
when I was a kid.
Absolutely. Surprised maybe his parents told him about that. All right, mixed martial arts again. We saw what happens when it gets down to MMA. We had our first finish of the night coming by way of knee to the solar plexus. It was perfectly positioned, and you called it right when it happened. And that just about did it. When you can't breathe, you just go over, and there's not a lot you can do about it.
That's it, Alonzo the Grizzly Adams representing Victory MMA. It's a team out of Colorado Springs that we see a whole lot here at Sparta.
Absolutely.
These guys put a lot of time in the cage.
We saw Dylan King win the main event last time from Victory. So a little bit of controversy there, but it got straightened out. Some great ink, you know. I'll get some more ink this month, so
okay.
I'm noticing the ink. Just
happy
because,
birthday,
you know.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, appreciate
little
it.
birthday ink for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a little more ink there. So, you know, I'm doing it at an older age. I figured, you know, when you're an old man, nobody cares. I do like the United States, that's kind of cool.
U.S. wrestling tattoo,
yeah.
So of course we know at least a little bit of what to expect out of the Grizzly here.
If you're sporting that tattoo, you better know how to wrestle.
And his opponent, fighting out of the Fowler Chevrolet blue corner, please welcome Daniel Gonzales.
Daniel Gonzales, 303 Training Center.
Thug Rose, one of our favorite Colorado champions, spends a good bit of time at the 303 Training Center. Congratulations to her.
How about Thug? Perfectly placed to the lower mandible. To the lower mandible. Boy, and you know when that happens, JR, you see him go out so quick. The recovery's fairly quick, but when they go out, and make no mistake about it, the champ was out. I mean, I know she argues about it, but when you get that that footprint right on your lower mandible, you know it's over.
You're out and you didn't even know you were out. Literally, I mean that truthfully. All right, tail of the tape here. Alonzo Adams, 26 years old. He's the elder versus Gonzales at 23. They are even in height and weight. Mr. Adams making his debut MMA fight against the more experienced Daniel Gonzales with a record of 1 win, 2 losses. We talked about the U.S. wrestling tattoo on Adams. Lists himself as a wrestler versus the MMA style listed by Gonzales.
Well, you know what I'm paying attention to is I'm paying attention to that cauliflower ear, and it may be his debut, but I think he's going to be ready to roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Bantamweight mixed martial arts bout is brought to you by Sparta Sports and Entertainment. For all information and updates on upcoming events, please visit www.spartase.com. Let's meet our fighters. First, fighting out of the short line, Buick and GMC red corner. From Colorado Springs, Colorado, representing Victory MMA, Alonzo Grizzly Adams.
Thought maybe it would be 2 guns.
And his opponent, fighting out of the Fowler Chevrolet blue corner, from Denver, Colorado, representing 303 Training Center, Daniel Gonzales.
Danny boy. Our one of our producers, Damon Blick, told us it's Dan Hanger.
Gentlemen, we went over the rules earlier. I expect a clean, fair fight. Listen at all times, protect yourself at all times. Let's touch gloves and get after it.
Adams in the black, Gonzales in the white. Bantamweight MMA action. Referee Tom Johnson. He's wearing all black tonight. Here we go.
Okay, Adams has got a debut fight, but he looks nice, cool, calm, and collected. That's the 3 C's, JR.
Absolutely, and you expect that coming out of Victory MMA. So many great people to be in the gym with every day. Goes for that takedown. You can tell Gonzales was ready for it.
Yep.
He tried to wrap up the guillotine, Adams, good job with his positioning. Let's see what he can affect from top control.
Yeah, Adams did a great job of recognizing that guillotine. There was not trouble very long. But you knew with that cauliflower and that wrestling background that this is what you were going to see.
Adams worked momentarily, tried to pass guard. Gonzales, good job off of his back and trying to work back up, and Gonzales does so.
Yeah, good job taking some punishment while doing it.
That's tough getting out from under a seasoned wrestler. Nice job by Gonzales. That was quite impressive. And Adams showing off some kicking chops. Well done, sir.
Yep, changing levels, going low. Again, ever since that second fight, we've really had some great action going. Big leg kick.
Good left hand.
Yeah, I think that caught Adams off guard a little bit. And you know what happens when you're a wrestler background and you get a little bit of trouble.
Grab hold of somebody, drag him to the ground. Exactly what Adams wanted to do here. Has one leg laced. It's going to make it tough.
Oh, trying for that Kimura.
Yeah, going to make it tough for
Adams.
Make it tough for Gonzales to get back up. Gonzales, like you said, working the Kimura. Doesn't quite have the angle on it that he wants there, so Adams able to extricate himself from danger. And let's see if he sets up the head and arm choke. He has his head on the far side, but his body's over here, so it's a little tough to get that choke from where he is.
And you just pointed out about the tough angle, JR, and I think when you're an inexperienced fighter like that, we've even seen it from like Ian Heinisch sometimes in a fight where you hold on to that a little bit too long and you don't have the positioning for it. Great job of kind of pounding as you come up on your legs.
Yeah, solid punches landed there for Adams, but Gonzales using the opportunity to get himself back to his feet, so had to take a couple to get back up here, but Gonzales happy to be in the standing position again.
I'll tell you what, Gonzales' game, because he's been in some tough spots already, JR, he's fought his way out of it, and it's been nonstop action. There hasn't been like a lull.
And we'll see what happens if it goes into later rounds, because Gonzales has to put in a lot of work to get up off the ground.
Big
kick. That is really tiring.
Yeah, big kick, and then again, Adams switches levels and goes and gets his third takedown.
Triangle being set up by Gonzales. See if he can get the angle that he wants. Doesn't quite have his foot behind his knee where he wants it.
Can't lock it in.
Not going to be able to get the squeeze. Yeah, that's a better position, and there's the end of the round.
Yep. Now you got some learning, because you can look at it. He's frustrated by that, thought he was close. Yeah. But Adams is going to learn from that, going, okay, I don't want to be in that position again. And if I am, that's what he may try to do.
You know what? I think we had a tap out. I didn't see it. I thought it was the end of the round.
So did I.
But the doctor's in the cage. So I believe it was a tap out of submission.
Wow, I got to see that again.
Gonzales. Boy, talk about at the bell. My gracious.
That's our bad there, because
fooled us. Check it out on the replay here. We got to get the finish. Have to see when the tap out came versus when the clock counted down, because that was very, very close. Gonzales showing a nice ground game. Able to get up a couple of times and then eventually finish the fight from off of his back. Here he is, working the leg across. Now he's trying to get the correct angle. Initially, he did not have the shin behind the knee where he wanted it. You can see it's under the calf there. But once he cinches that up a little better, there's the position that he was looking for. Now let's see. I couldn't see the tap out from here, and I thought I heard the bell.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. It must have been on the opposite side. I thought he was frustrated, JR.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Johnson calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 54 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner by submission via triangle choke, Daniel Gonzales.
One reason you know that was a good call and a good stoppage is because he's not arguing. I mean, that's the only way I can tell.
Yep.
But it was on the opposite side of us, JR, with no camera angles. It was at the end of the round. It really caught us.
Once again, but I am joined by our winner this time, Mr. Daniel Gonzales. First off, Daniel, congratulations. Got the submission victory. You were very patient that whole fight. You weren't necessarily looking to force anything. You found an opportunity to slide into that choke. Is that typically your goal, to be the more patient fighter?
Yeah, I really want to try to be patient in there and just not make a lot of mistakes in the early rounds. But, I didn't want to get taken down, and I got taken down pretty quick. So, definitely need to work on that. Next time I fight, I definitely won't let people take me down. I'm gonna have a lot better preparedness for that. So.
Now, you obviously rep your gym a lot, 303 Training Center. Obviously, pay a lot of credit where credit's due. How was camp? Was there anything you were trying to focus on or improve?
Camp was great. Really just focusing on the ground, kind of that position, really like getting taken down and trying to get back up. And I figured I'd have a hard time stopping the takedown. So it's all that 303 jiu-jitsu that saved me there with the triangle and all that. So shout out to all my coaches out there, Tony, Matt Sierra, who used to be there. Everybody else, I can't remember anything right now, but all those guys out there that trained with me and helped me for this camp, you guys made this possible, so shout out to them.
Right on. And my last question for you is, obviously I ask this to all of our fighters, but what can we expect from you moving forward?
Definitely want to keep fighting. Want to work on some things for sure. Obviously, I got holes in my game still, so another good camp and then fight again for sure. I didn't get banged up, so I'm ready to go again.
Perfect. Quick turnaround, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, Mr. Daniel Gonzales.
Well, there it is, and there you can see Mr. LT Nelson, who was in the corner, and you know, you thought the stronger wrestling background perhaps, but you know, again, experience.
Exactly, and he was able to put it on the mat where he wanted the fight. Just ended up that Mr. Gonzales had an answer for the top pressure of Adams and able to work the ground game. Nicely done, sir.
That was presented by Shortline Buick GMC, that fight. The next one is presented by Arapahoe Kia, and we are going to Muay Thai action for the first time this evening.